Hey, I need your help.
If it's absolutely necessary, what's wrong?
The farmer Akil is under attack by mercenaries.
What? Those riffraff are hanging around on Akil's farm? Then let's not waste any time. Follow me. One less monster around.
Nothing there.
Know what I think.
Now watch how this works.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
Now watch how this works.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Give it your all. Watch out! I'll rip you to pieces. Deserve that.
All right, that's that. I'll be off then.
Thank Innos. I thought my time had run out. My name is Akil. I farm this humble piece of land.
Who were those people?
Those were mercenaries from NOTR's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innos it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innos guard you on your way.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Wait a minute. Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields. until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that. And yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did the mercenaries want from you?
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want. And whoever can't pay gets a taste of their steel.
Baltram sent me. I'm supposed to pick up a shipment for him here.
So, you're his new messenger. Okay, I've already made up the package.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Where can I find Onar's farm?
Just go back down the stone steps and follow the road to the east. At some point, you come to a tavern. From there, you go farther east until you come to the big fields. That's where the mercenaries hang out.
What is that tavern to the east of here?
Ask Randolph. He knows more about it than I do. He's been there a few times.
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Nothing there. Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
You're not from around here, right?
I come from the Southern Isles. At some point they said they needed people in Corinnes because of that magic ore. But when I got there, they had this huge barrier in place, and I didn't want to go in there, so I started working in the harbor. Well, the ships stopped coming in, and so I went to work for Akil. I've had worse jobs, actually.
You hang out in the tavern?
That's right, but not recently. I cannot afford going there anymore.
What exactly is going on there in the tavern?
There's gambling there. Two fellows compete against each other. Whoever can hold the most beer wins. In the end, I did nothing but lose, and now I need to make some more money first.
Who did you go up against?
Against Rukar, that old good-for-nothing. So far, he's beaten me every time. But somehow, I have the creeping suspicion that the filthy swine has laced my beer with gin every time. I suspect he keeps the gin hidden in that damn chest of his, that lousy scumbag. Somebody ought to sneak some plain water into his chest. Then he can lace my beer all he wants. If I only had enough money to compete against him one more time.
Hey! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you defend yourself against Onar's tyranny?
For us farmers near the city, it makes more sense to stay on the good side of the city militia than to rely on Onar's mercenaries. On the other hand, there's Bengar and Sekub who would rather give up their farms than work for the king.
Where do I find the farms of Bengar and Sekub?
They're not far from the farm where the landowner lives. Go east from here and you'll find them.
Haven't you ever considered moving away from here?
It's not easy to get away from this part of the country. All the land is walled in by a high, insurmountable chain of mountains. The only two ways out of here are the pass to the Valley of Mines and the harbor. Since we cannot afford passage on a ship, and the Valley of Mines is a place of no return, we're going to have to stay here.
What do you know about the pass?
I've never been there myself, but it must be somewhere near Bangar's farm on the high pastures.
Look out for your husband.
I shall do my best.
What's up?
It's been a long time since we've seen a stranger on our land who didn't want to skin us. I hope I'm not wrong about you. I'm Akil, and the strange bird over there is my brother, Anim.
How's the field work going?
Great, if those miserable field raiders weren't constantly destroying our harvest.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
You're joking. Since I've been on this farm, I've killed so many of the beasts that I've lost count. But alas, new ones keep coming.
Who are you?
My name is Anim. I'm one of the field hands, and the half-pint over there is my brother Akil. We've been working here on the farm for Akil for several years.
How's the field work going?
Do you want to help? There's another hole back there. Grab it and then head for the field. You just have to make sure that the field raiders don't surprise you. They'll tear your arm right off with one bite.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
I've killed more of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Hey! Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Anim is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey! I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that.
My God, a fight!
Not bad.
Well, at least you've got...
Wait a minute.
Do you want to cause even more trouble? I think it would be better if you left now.
Oh man, my head. Wait a minute. Haven't you done enough damage? I think you should go now.
You're in for it now.
These are bad times. That's an open secret. These are bad times. You don't say. I can't take care of everything for everybody.
That isn't true. That's the first I've heard.
But there, where Adanos stood, was a place in which Enos and
About the plants,
If you cannot handle that by yourself, you won't be any good as an alchemist either.
I've got all the plants I was supposed to bring you.
What? You're pulling my leg, right? By Adanos, it's all there, all right. Who knows? Maybe someday you could make a decent alchemist after all.
Arose the human, and Adanos was pleased with what had arisen. He delighted in all the beings equal. But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. Beliar spoke to the beast, his subject. Chose the human, and Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of man.
Get that from me.
Hey, you!
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I took care of the bandits.
It's a bad time.
Really? Anyone could say that. Do you have proof?
Should I go back and cut off their heads?
No, I don't think that will be necessary. I believe you. You have done the merchants and the city a great service. Here is the money you were promised.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. That's not what my husband did.
Waged war upon the land of Adanos, and the wrath of the gods was with them.
It can't go on like this forever.
There you are again.
I've got a few skins for you.
A sheepskin. You didn't go slaughter some farmer's sheep in the pasture, did you?
I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Wolfskin. That's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Adanos feared for the day in which the beast
Hey,
would
you!
return to the land.
How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet. Only the bandits outside the city are causing us problems.
And so he bade Enos to leave a part of his power in his realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return. And Enos...
Honestly, women's get this hard.
That was quite obvious.
And it's gonna get even worse. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Like this forever. You mustn't believe
never
everything
knew that.
you hear.
Go away.
You didn't get that from me.
There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's better.